Good day and welcome back to our channel. This is the best fashion tutorials. Today we'll be taking you on a step-by-step guide on how to cut children's senator, or let me say senator for babies. So right now the clothes we'll be cutting, this is a lion head material. The chest of the clothes is 25. So 25 divided by 4 is 6.3, and you add 2.5 to get your folding. So the material is folded into two, as you can see. So now we're marking out the length of the shirts first. Our shirt length is 19. Shirt length is 19 plus folding allowance of 3 inches. You rule a straight line. Pause. So now we'll be looking at the shoulder. First we get our slants. We measure 6 inches. We take it down by 2 inches. This will serve as our shoulder slant. Now the shoulder is 10, which is 5 plus an allowance of ½ inch. So at the armpit we take in 4 inches. I'll come over to the chest. I said the chest is 25 divided by 4 is 6.3. This is our 6.3. We take 1 inch. Then whatever is left here, you can divide it by 3 to get your slants. So here we have 13. So we can use 9 inches or 8.5 here to get our slant. So this is a baby's wear, so I won't be giving it a shape because children basically they mostly have stomach. So at the base here I'll make it a bit wider. Here I have 7.5. At this point I'll be giving 7.75. So it will be more open towards the hip side. And this is my slant, my slit. Alright, on this point you mark out your armpits. So that is it for the front. We'll cut it out. So if you are just visiting our channel for the very first time, on this channel we post contents, tailoring related contents. We teach you how to cut and sew. So I'll urge you to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification so that whenever we post a video you'll be the first to get notified. Alright, so let's move to the back. I'll bring the material closer. So now at this point, you give a shoulder slant of 3 inches. For your shoulder slants. And we slant it. And we'll cut it off. If you have watched my other video on how to cut a senator, you observe that I turned the material upside down when cutting the back on that. But on this point, on this one, I didn't turn it because it is a material that has a pattern. It has a lion head. So if there's any turning, it will affect the outcome of the design. So you make sure it overlaps by 1/2 inch. Then we measure our shoulder, which is 10 inches. Then 1/2 inch sewing allowance. We cut it off. We cut out the armpits. Still cut out the shape of the clothes. Alright, we are done with this. So at this point, you also come in a little on the front alone. The front should be deeper than the back. Alright. So now we'll be working on the neck. Our neck for this native is 11.5. 11.5. So let's take out 3.5 first. We'll keep measuring it until it gives us what we want. Then we'll take 2 inches by the width. Mark out your curve. And then you measure. If it's too wide, you reduce it. If it's too small, you increase it a bit. Okay, this is 13. So we'll bring this back to 1 3/4. We reduce here by 1/2 inch. So we're using 3. Remember, it's for babies. That's why the measurement is too big. Good. Yes, this will give us what we want. So you cut it out. And note, your children's clothes should not be too tight on them. You know, they are growing up. So whenever you're cutting babies, always endeavor to give them allowance. You don't cut their fitted the way you cut for your regular adults. So I guess we have achieved what we are looking for. So let me reconfirm the neck. This is 11 inches. As I told you, I don't want it to be very, very small on them. So it's better a bit wider or a bit bigger than smaller. So this is what I want. Good. That is it. So you notch your 3 inches allowance, which will serve as a guide to fold your senator. Cut. So now we'll be cutting out the sleeve. On the sleeve here, I'll be using 7 inches. Remember, it's a baby's wear. You fold your fabric into 2 using 7 inches, and then the length of my, I'll start from here. The length of my sleeve is 5.5, half-inch allowance for joining of this, and then folding allowance of 2.5 or 2 inches. I don't know if you understand. Here we have the main length is 5.5. This half-inch here is for joining it to the shoulder. Then we are giving an allowance of 2 inches for the folding. I roll my line. Now the slants, I'll be slanting it by 3 inches. Slanting it by 3 inches. Remember, I'll have 2 inches up here. So let me slant first. You can see the slants. We slant the armhole like this, the armpits. So now the bicep of the shirt is 9 inches, which is 4.5. Then you add an extra 1 inch allowance to it. So we'll have something like this, and then like this. This is pointed out because it will be folded. When it is folded, if it's equal, it won't be able to get to this point. But yeah, so you need to understand what I mean. So that is it. We have come to the end of the video on how to cut a senator wear for babies. So you place the sleeve to cut the second sleeve. Thank you, and see you on our next tutorial. Bye. Have a lovely day.